welcome to Legends of the Hidden Temple, where rooms contain wondrous treasures collected from across the globe. Only one team can enter Olmec's temple and attempt to reach the lost treasure. To earn the right, you'll have to survive tests of fortitude and intelligence and win Pendants of Life to protect you from the dreaded temple guards who are protecting the treasures. Players must complete 4 rounds: the Moat, the Steps of Knowledge, the Temple Games, and the Temple Run. At the end of each round, 1 or more teams will be eliminated. If you're playing the game with 6 players or less, contestants should compete individually to ensure there are enough teams. Before starting the game, decide which artifact you want to retrieve from the temple. That lost treasure card will be used later in the game. Today we'll play for the Golden Stallion of Alibaba. Only Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in his temple, with one team winning the chance to retrieve it from the temple. Grab your team tokens and let's begin. Round 1. The Moat. In this round, be one of the first 3 teams to cross the moat twice and you'll advance to the next round. You'll need the 12 game board panels with the moat side facing up and 6 team dice. Place the 12 panels on the table with the moat side facing up to form 6 lanes across. Follow the numbers on the pieces. Each team places its team token on the corresponding start space. The starting player from each team will roll their die repeatedly, trying to land on their team logo. If the player successfully rolls their logo, they move their team token ahead 1 space and keep rolling. If the player rolls the team logo that is directly to their left on the moat, they fall into the water and move their own team token back to their starting point. If the player does not roll their own logo or the team logo to their left, they continue to roll without moving. When a team reaches the return space of the moat, the other teammate is now responsible for rolling and moving back across the moat to the start space. If that player falls into the water at this point, they should move their team token back to the return space. The first 3 teams to make it across the moat and back again advance to the Steps of Knowledge. Round 2. The Steps of Knowledge. In this round, 1 player from the eliminated teams now becomes Olmec and takes the treasure card that was chosen at the beginning of the game, and also the Book of Legends. The other player assumes the role of Kirk Fogg, the show's host. If playing as individuals and only 1 person has been eliminated, that person can assume both roles until another player is eliminated. In this round, Olmec will read the Legend of Alibaba. Teams must pay close attention because Olmec will ask them several questions about the legend they heard. Answer a question at any point by yelling "Olmec" while pounding on the table and stomping your feet. Olmec will reveal if the answer was correct or incorrect. In case of a tie, Kirk Fogg decides which team gets to answer first. The first teams that answer 2 questions correctly advance to round 3. Round 3. Temple Games. In this round, the remaining teams will compete in 3 games of skill to win 3 Pendants of Life. The team who wins the most pendants will advance to the 4th and final round. Game 1 is the Golden Cup of Belshazzar. Teams earn a Pendant of Life by successfully landing the Golden Cup, rim side down, on the table twice. For this game, you will need the Golden Cups. The player going first should slide the Golden Cup to the edge of the table, so it hangs slightly over. When Kirk says to begin, players must use only 1 hand to flick the cup, launching it into the air so it completes a half rotation before landing on the table, rim side down. The player must continue flipping their Golden Cup until they successfully land it. Then it's the second teammate's turn to successfully flip the cup. If there is only 1 contestant on a team, that player must land their Golden Cup twice. The first team to successfully land their Golden Cup twice wins the round and gains a Pendant of Life. Game 2. Galileo's Cannonball. In the next game, you'll need the 2 Golden Cups from the previous round, 2 of Galileo's cannonballs, and 2 dice of any kind. To win a Pendant of Life, each team must successfully launch the cannonball into the Golden Cups. If there is 1 contestant on a team, that player must land their cannonball in the Golden Cup twice. With one cup placed in the center of the table between them, each team should place one die in their cup to weigh it down. When Kirk says to begin, the first teammate launches their cannonball so it bounces once on the table and lands into the cup. Once the player succeeds, the second player goes next. The first team to successfully land their cannonball twice wins this round and gains a Pendant of Life. Game 3. The Smashed Printing Plate of Frederick Douglass. In this final round, teams earn a Pendant of Life by collecting the most cards. To start the competition, you'll need 72 team cards. Each team must select one contestant to play this round. The selected team members should sit or stand across the table from one another. Kirk Fogg shuffles the team cards and holds the shuffled deck in his hand face down. Starting with the top card, he places them face up one by one in the center of the table, creating a stack. Each card has one team logo and one team name on it. On some cards, the team name or team color will be incorrect. But if a card is correct, players quickly slap it and collect all the cards underneath it. If a contestant slaps a card that is incorrect, they must give their entire stack of slapped cards to the opposing team. Play ends after all of the cards in the deck have been laid down. The team with the most cards wins and gains the final Pendant of Life. The team who won the most Pendants of Life during all 3 rounds of the Temple Games goes to Olmec's Temple. Round 4. The Temple Run. To win this final round, players must race through the temple, retrieve the lost treasure, and escape the temple, all within 3 minutes. You'll need 12 game board panels with the temple side facing up, the 3 run dice, temple guard cards, locked door tokens, silver monkey puzzle cards, the lost treasure card which was selected at the beginning of the game, and any 3-minute timer. You'll notice that each board section is a different room. The sections are designed so the layout of the temple can be different every time. Put the board together in any order you choose to form a 6x2 temple. Keep the names of the rooms positioned on the outer edge of the temple. Next, the team that will be racing through the temple must close their eyes while the eliminated teams hide all 3 temple guards and the lost treasure card beneath the temple's panels. No peeking. To hide the 3 temple guard cards, the eliminated teams must roll all 3 dice and add up the sum of the dice, and hide the card under one of the game panels with the corresponding number. Only 1 temple guard is permitted per room. The lost treasure card can go in any room, including one that has a temple guard in it. The eliminated teams shuffle the 3 silver monkey cards and lay them face down on the table next to the game board. Once everything is in position, the team that is running the temple opens their eyes, decides who will run first, and then divide their Pendants of Life among themselves. Runners must always enter the temple through the outer doorway on the bottom left game board panel. Kirk Fogg is responsible for the timer and puts 3 minutes on the clock. When Kirk says to begin, the first runner rolls all 3 dice and adds up the sum of the dice to determine how many spaces to move, or if they can unlock a door. Each space counts as 1 move. Runners may not move onto or through spaces that have obstructions, like a stone block or water. Ladders are not obstructions and may be used by runners to move from one space to the next. When runners reach a door, they must roll all 3 dice. If all 3 dice are the same color and add up to less than 8, that door opens, and the runner moves that number of spaces into the next room. If the color on all 3 dice doesn't match, the player can save 1 die or 2 dice, or pick up all 3, and continue to roll until all 3 colors match. When all the dice match, the door unlocks, and the runner moves that number of spaces into the next room. But if at any time their roll totals 8 or 9, that door is locked and they must choose another route. A player from one of the other teams puts a locked door token over that door. When runners enter each room, they must lift up that game board section to see if there is a card underneath it. Upon entering the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, the runner must put the 3-card Silver Monkey puzzle together before rolling again. Be quick! The timer is still running, and this could slow you down. When runners land on a room with a Temple Guard card underneath it, they can use one pendant and keep playing. If not, then that runner is out of the game. The remaining teammate must move the team token back to the entrance to the temple and start over as the new runner. If the treasure is underneath the room the runner is in, they should collect it and race to escape the temple. At that point, all temple doors automatically open and all temple guards are automatically gone. However, they must continue to roll all 3 dice to make their way out of the temple. The runner must exit the temple through the same door they entered, the outer doorway on the bottom left game board panel. If a team successfully locates the lost treasure and exits the temple before the timer runs out, they win the game. Thanks for playing Legends of the Hidden Temple. You never know what treasure you'll find next.